We find it impossible to operate within the framework of existing police associations. For example, we disagree categorically with the position of the Fraternal Order of Police supporting stop and frisk, and their position supporting the order to shoot, to kill, or maim looters during civil disorder. We will no longer permit ourselves to be relegated to the role of brutal pawns in a chess game affecting the black community in which we serve. We are husbands, fathers, brothers, neighbors, and members of this black community. Donning the blue uniform has not changed this.
Well, I am a policeman first. I've sworn to uphold the law. I'm not a Negro, I'm a black man. I take exception to that. But I don't know. I feel that there's a very crying need for understanding policemen within the ghetto. And I appreciate the opportunity to be in a position to handle this accordingly.
Officer Parker, what are your thoughts on the idea of a police association for black policemen?
I think it's a very good idea, something that we need.
Why
Black policemen. Gives us sort of an organization of our own. You know, something that represents us as black policemen.
Okay, go ahead. Rolling? This is Sergeant Vernon Williams, Chicago Police Department, 12 July 68. Sergeant, what do you think about the idea of a patrolmen's association for Negro policemen?
Well, I can't see anything particularly wrong with it. I'm not a member of myself. I'm aware that such an organization has been formed, and I belong to a couple already, and not knowing too much about the program, I hadn't joined.
The people who are forming the organization say that they are opposed to stop and frisk laws and some other things that Fraternal Order of Police and others are promoting. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, the stop and frisk law affects the people in the ghetto more than any other segment of the population. There's no doubt about that. I think there's a crying need for seasoned patrolmen within the ghetto, people who understand the attitudes of the people involved. And for that reason, it has some very bad aspects. It could be abused.
Is there any conflict with you personally in being a Negro and being a policeman? Do the two ever conflict in your work? Black policemen could serve a certain function.
Definitely. It could serve a very good function if, depending on the purpose and the attitudes of the men concerned. I think that I'm certain that their attitude is one of policemen first, and a concerned policeman because of the blackness of the community and of the group. I don't really know what their program is. So.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks. This is Officer Donald Parker, Chicago Police Department, 12 July 68. Officer, that the Fraternal Order or another group cannot do for you?
I can't say it this time. It's just started, and my knowledge of it is limited.
One of the tenets of the new group is that they are opposed to stop and frisk laws. What are your thoughts on that?
I have no opinion of that at this time.
Is there ever a conflict in your mind between being a black man and being a policeman? Do the two things ever conflict?
Working in the district that I work in, I think they combine good. No conflict.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
This black community, and this is the role we intend to fulfill. Now, just as a second, This statement was endorsed by the following organization: the Black Priests of Chicago, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, Operation Breadbasket House, Black Teachers Caucus, Catholic Interracial Council, Afro-American Educators Association, and the Lincoln Dental Society.
Why are you opposed to stop and frisk and shoot to kill or maim, sir?
Well, as you know, the stop and frisk law is now passed by the City Council. Why we opposed the stop and frisk law originally was because of one reason. We already know that the conditions of the city are in a very explosive situation. Because of this, we feel that the stop and frisk law will only tend to aggravate an already tense situation.
How about shoot to kill or maim?
Well, we always feel that it's bad to kill any... Oh, I'm sorry. Is there someone there? What was that again? I'm sorry.
How about shoot to kill or maim order of the mayor?
Well, as you know, I believe that has been rescinded. The shoot to kill law, what we're talking about is burglary. As far as we know, there's nothing that, I believe that was rescinded, and there's nothing more that can be said on that particular issue.
Officer Palmer, there are about 2,500 Negro police officers in the city of Chicago.
There are?
How many, that's right, how many
not
do you
sure.
think will join your organization?
We hope all of them.
Well, how many have you got now?
How many do we have now? We just started, and at the present time, we're still recruiting. We have numbers.
You think you'll be supported by the total Negro organization of the police department?
Well, we certainly hope so. We certainly hope so. Yes, I'm sorry.
How old are you?
I'm 32 years old.
Why does the
The 9th District.
Why does the black policeman in Chicago... Let's wait for the train. Why does the black policeman in Chicago need an organization for black policemen? Are you not getting what you need from the city and from the FOP and other white-oriented organizations?
Yes, well, one of the things that we have that we do feel, this is an off-duty police organization. There are services that we feel we can exert a strong male image to the community. Off-duty. This is an off-duty organization. As far as the other part of the statement, you have the Italian American organization. You have the is that Irish American Association, Polish American Association within the police department, and the Jewish. Thank you.
Officer Palmer,
One second. We're also, at the present time, we're also beginning to affiliate with with another police organization that is from New York. This is Lenny Ware from the New York Police Department, who is the president of the Afro-American Police Association of New York, and this is Jim Nance from the Afro-American Police Association of Newark. And what we're talking about is basically one thing, that what we want to do is we want to develop rapport within the community, and this is what we're going to do.
Within the black community?
Within the communities with which we serve. But since, do
you feel that black policemen should serve at this point in the black community? As opposed to an integrated situation?
Would you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Do you feel that at this point in time that black policemen should serve only in black communities as opposed to an integrated force?
No, well, you see, as someone just pointed out to me, we have nothing to do with assignments. You would be asking me for a supposition on a personal opinion, and I feel that it's an organization. The organization, as of yet, has not came out with a position on this.
Does being a black man often bring you in conflict with your police duties at this point in a white-oriented police department?
What is this now?
Does being a black man create a conflict with you as a policeman working for a white-oriented police department in a black community?
Well, I'm afraid that I have... No, I don't believe so.
What would be the role of the white policeman working in the ghetto with a Negro officer as his partner?
I think that if a white policeman was working with a black policeman, he would begin to understand some of the problems, not from just a strictly crime prevention view, but also from the problem of social conditions.
Officer Palmer, you're talking about brutality in your statement. Officer Palmer?
One more statement? I'm sorry, just
one
more statement.
Well, you're talking about brutality in your statement. Are you accusing policemen
Where am I
of...
talking about that in my statement?
At the top of the statement. You're talking about not being a brutal oppressor. Do you think that the police department is made up of brutal oppressors?
Well, you can see what type of reaction you get from the community. The reaction of that is that this is primarily a matter of communication. For some reason, the black policeman or the police department, the black policeman or the Afro-American Police Association feels that what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to develop a rapport within the black community, and this to change basic attitudes, and this is what we're going to do. Now, if you, yeah, sure. Excuse me for a second.
Newark is one of the hottest cities in this country. What do you want to do in Newark?
I've been undertaking in Newark. There's been the undertaking, the political upgrading of the black people in Newark through the United Brothers Black Political Convention, the organization there. That's been the political aspect of it. But as far as the cultural and the ethnic attitude of upgrading is concerned, I felt as though it was very strongly imperative that the policeman who deals with the black community, having the, well, should I say, the prowess of semantic ability to speak to the people, to go into the community and become a part of his own ethnical culture.
Do you think that can help cool things in Newark, or at least?
Well, I think it would have. I think it would have tremendous effects upon the community if the black people realize that the police officer, as the brother Curry spoke a few moments ago and stated, that we didn't project ourselves as a brutal force. Here again, it's the use of force that is pertinent upon what the people feel about how a policeman is and what type of policeman he is. If we utilize our discretion to the tops of our abilities, I feel as though the community will be much more responsive to their own black policemen.
Do you think then that, again, I'll rephrase my question, do you think that this might help cool off situations in hot spots like your own city of Newark?
Oh yes, most emphatically.
Officer, may I ask you a question? Here in Chicago, since the first of the year, 26 police officers have been shot.
Yes.
Now, don't you think a stop and frisk law, which was passed for the benefit of the policemen, would be a good tool?
Well, now, let's say it this way. I understand that this was passed at the city level. And if I may interject a little bit of reasoning, I think the Constitution guarantees you the right for legal search. And I think no city should pass a law, in my estimation, no city can pass a law that supersedes a federal law. And in this case, I wouldn't be able to rule on that until such time as it's been tested in the courts.
How about Officer Weir from New York? Do you think a stop and frisk law is a good tool for a policeman?
I'll have to go along with Brother Nance said.
Stop and frisk.
Newark, right?
Get those spellings.